What's up YouTube, it's your boy NaughtyNF. Welcome back to another video. So today we're doing more ranked replay with our K9 Cyberdragon build. If you haven't seen the video where I showed my deck list, it was my previous video. I will just add the link in the top right corner, but let's hop right into the replay. So we lost the rock, paper, scissors and our opponent decided to go first. In our opening hand, we have Cyberdark Realm, K9 Azuna, Molchami for Wallace, Regulus, and another copy of Cyberdark Realm. Opponent has Node Ryzeal, Sword Ryzeal, Dodo Warrior, Ghost Ogre, and Ice Ryzeal. Our opponent has Ryzeal, Gas, and Engine in his hand. So yeah, let's see what happens. So opponent's going to enter the main phase. They normal summon Ice. Ice effect to special summon from the deck, and we will chain Molchami for Wallace. Opponent does not have Ash Blossom. So we're going to get a couple of draws. Opponent summons the Star Ryzeal effect to set the field spell, because that's normally what they go for. We get to draw a card. They will set and then activate the Ryzeal Cross. Then our opponent will special summon Sword from the hand. Sword effect to search for X Ryzeal. Opponent will special summon the X Ryzeal from the hand by sending Eclipse Twin. X will then search a copy of Sword. And then here, for our opponent to not give us so much draws, our opponent made a big fat, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 material detonator. Oh my gosh, 5 pops we have to deal with. 3 is already so much, guys. But we get 2 draws. We draw into a Jockle and we draw into a Cyberdark Claw. Opponent will proceed to the end phase and we will start our turn. We draw into Cyberdark Chimera. So we have no Imperm, no Ash, or nothing to just negate Detonator. So my plan was we need to try to bait out as much pops as possible. And obviously, thankfully, we can start off with the K9 cards. So we enter the main phase. And the first thing we're going to do, obviously, is use our Jockle effect, reveal both itself and Azuna from the hand. Special summon both. On a new chain, Azuna effect will send, and our opponent will chain Detonator to destroy our Azuna. Azuna will send Lupus, of course. Then we will activate Jockle on a new chain. Effect to search for Lantern. Sorry, I'm mixing Lantern and Azuna. And again, our opponent will chain Detonator. Going good so far, guys. We're baiting out some pops here. Opponent will destroy Jockle. We will search Lantern, add it to our hand. Then we will activate Lantern, and I'm going to target the Jockle in grave. Opponent will then decide to negate Lantern with Ryzeal Cross. I got so used to Detonator, I thought it also destroys it, hence why I sent it to grave, but my opponent lets me know that I can still keep it in my hand. But we are then going to proceed to activate Cyberdark Claw. Just wanted to see maybe my opponent has an Ash Blossom, but they let it go through. Something you don't want to see is all 3 Cyberdark Realm in your hand. Oh my goodness. But still got 2 more pops. And here, since I already have Cyberdark Chimera, I can just simply normal summon it. Yes, take up my normal summon. And we do have a spell or trap to discard to search for Power Bond. So when I activate Cyberdark Realm, my opponent will of course destroy it with Detonator. We have 1 more pop, guys. We're almost there. Here I decide to normal summon Chimera effect, discarding Cyberdark Realm to search for Power Bond, and my opponent will use Detonator to destroy Detonator actually. But my opponent has realized their mistake because they don't have another rank 4 Xyz monster in the graveyard to use Eclipse Twins. That was the mistake, so we are all sorted with Detonator. We just have to be concerned about hand traps my opponent may have. So Chimera will resolve, we will add Power Bond, then we'll link summon into Clockwork Knight. Chimera will trigger to send Cyberdark Worm. Cyberdark Worm effect, guys, it's such a great card. We'll send Hertz to grave as cost, reborn itself, and then recycle a realm to our hand. Hertz effect will trigger, we will search for a Cyberdragon, a material for Power Bond. We will activate Regulus because we want to establish our negate. Number 1 for Nibiru, number 2, even though we know they're playing against, we are playing against Ryzeal. You know, if you happen to go against a deck playing Dominus Impulse, they do negate your Power Bond. So please, guys, establish your Regulus. Regulus will equip Chimera, summon itself to the field, and then we will proceed to activate Power Bond. Power Bond effect, banish the Hertz and discard the Cyberdragon in our hand. Fusion summon into Chimera, take Rampage Dragon. We will use its on summon effect to destroy our opponent's Ryzeal Cross. Opponent will chain Ghost Ogre to destroy, and here it's pretty important. We're going to use Regulus to negate, protect our Rampage. We will use Rampage effect to send up to 2 Light Machine monsters, but my opponent is going to scoop because that is simply OTK. Now we're going to go into game number 2, and our opponent made us to go second. So in our opening hand, we have Cyberdark Chimera, Cyberdark Fusion, Droll, Imperm, Cyberdark Worm. Opponent has 4 Walos, 7th Tachyon, Dododo Warrior, Ice Ryzeal, and a Harpy's Feather Storm. Oh my gosh, guys. Woo, what a disgusting card. Opponent will enter the main phase and they'll use Ice Ryzeal effect to special summon Star Ryzeal effect to get the field spell again, Ryzeal Cross. Then opponent will activate the field spell, of course. Opponent will exceed summon into Duo Drive, so now they do have a negate with the field spell. Opponent will activate Dododo Warrior's effect, sending Glove to grave as cost to special summon itself from hand. Glove effect will reborn himself. Opponent will then exceed summon into the Infernal Flame Banshee. Now here I was thinking, oh okay, great. My opponent knows we're playing Cyber Dragons. They can search Protoss, call light or dark. We can't allow that. So here I decide to chain our Imperm to negate the Banshee. Then Dododo Warrior's effect triggers. It gets to add the Gargaga coat to their hand. Then on resolution, because our opponent added a card, I took the chance to activate Droll, but obviously my opponent will negate it with Ryzeal Cross. Opponent will then activate Duo Drive, detaching 2 materials to search for Node as well as X Ryzeal. Then opponent will special summon X Ryzeal by sending the Adignista Xyz monster, Light Dragon. X effect will search for Sword Ryzeal. Sword will be special summoned and it will get our opponent's Ice Ryzeal to their hand. Then our opponent will special summon the Ice Ryzeal by sending the 4 Walos to grave. Then our opponent will make a 3 material Evil Swarm Boros. There we go. I'm calling it Boros, guys. You guys can obviously see the card. So they will use the effect to send a random card from my hand to the grave. The card they send is Cyberdark Fusion. Opponent will then exceed summon into Eclipse Twins using Boros and Flame Banshee. Opponent will special summon the Node effect, tributing the Eclipse Twins, and they'll reborn the sword from grave. Eclipse Twins effect will trigger, and they'll obviously bring back the Boros with 1 material and use its effect again because it's a soft once per turn, and this time they'll send the Chimera to grave. I decided to use Chimera's effect just to see my opponent will, use an Ash or something, bait out some hand trap, but my opponent doesn't do anything, so we send Cyberdark Claw because we already have Cyberdark Worm in our hand. Then my opponent will exceed summon into Detonator, use its effect just to attach the Eclipse Twins, a very good card for Ryzeal, guys. Then my opponent will proceed to an end phase, redraw for turn, rejoin to Dark Gorilla no more, but I wasn't sure how far I can go with this hand, but it doesn't hurt to try at all. So we'll start off with Dark Gorilla no more, then we'll activate Cyberdark Worm, send Hertz to grave, special summon Worm, recycle Cyberdark Fusion. Hertz will then add Cyber Dragon to my hand, and here I decided, yeah, I can't do anything, so we are just going to immediately scoop, and we can just go into game number 3. Game number 3, we are now going first, guys. So in our opening hand, we have Cyberdark Fusion, Droll, Therion, King Regulus, K9, Azuna, Ash Blossom. Not a good hand at all for going first. Opponent has Onomat Pyra, Ice Ryzeal, Sword Ryzeal, Nibiru, and Molchami Purulia. Very unfortunate hand for us, guys. So in this draw phase, my opponent drops the Purulia. I don't Ash it because I have no plays anyway. I could go Azuna. I could go Azuna effect to send Lupus, but I don't want to give my opponent a draw or waste an Ash Blossom if I'm just going to summon Azuna. Maybe I could have played better. You guys can let me know down in the comments below. So simply, I just pause for turn. Opponent draws into Dododo Warrior. Then opponent will enter the main phase, normal summon Ice effect. Same thing we've seen. They're going to special summon the Star Ryzeal. Star Ryzeal effect will set the field spell for our opponent. Opponent will exceed summon into Duo Drive to establish a negate with the field spell. Then our opponent will activate Warrior's effect, sending Glove to grave as cost to special summon itself. Glove effect to reborn himself. Then our opponent will exceed summon into Flame Banshee. Flame Banshee effect, and obviously we're going to activate Ash Blossom to negate. Opponent lets it go through. Warrior effect will then add Coat to their hand. Then we'll use Droll effect, and the same thing, guys. Opponent will negate with Ryzeal Cross. Very unfortunate. Duo Drive effect to search for Node Ryzeal as well as X Ryzeal. Then opponent will special summon the X Ryzeal by sending Light Light Dragon ad Ignister, X Ryzeal will search a copy of Sword Ryzeal. Opponent will special summon Sword Ryzeal. Sword Ryzeal effect to search an Ice Ryzeal as follow-up, or Extender, as they discard an ability to special summon it. Then opponent will Exceed summon into the 3 material Boros again. And now here I was like, cool, time to drop Azuna. Azuna effect to special summon. Azuna will send Lupus to the graveyard. Lupus effect will trigger to reborn himself. Then we will use its effect to quick Exceed summon into Veilon, the Sky Blaster, and then we'll use its effect just to flip the Boros face down because we don't want our opponent to hand whip us. So that's pretty much all we can do. So now my opponent will think what to do. They'll activate Onomatopyra just to add 2 Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, or Dododo monsters. What's this? Weird names. Cannot believe they called that. But anyway, opponent will add 2 names to their hand. Then our opponent will activate Ganbara Knight, reveal a Gagaga monster, and they get to special summon it from the hand. Then they'll use Coat effect to special summon itself from the hand as well, and then Exceed summon into the Castel. Then they'll use Castel effect, detaching 2 materials to actually return Veilon back to our extra deck. Then our opponent will bring out Eclipse Twins. Then they'll summon Node effect, tributing Eclipse Twins to bring back Sword. And then Eclipse Twins will trigger to reborn the Light Dragon. So I can't speak. At Ignister. Next, my opponent will Exceed summon into Detonator. Detonator will attach Eclipse Twins. And then here, my opponent will use Ryzeal Cross to shuffle back 2 and draw into a Walos. Then my opponent passes for turn. Restart our turn, rejoin to cross out Designator. And unfortunately, that's not enough, so we simply scoop. And I just noticed that in this ranked gameplay that we didn't draw into the best hand. With a 47 deck list, you can, well, not you, me, technically, because I'm the one playing it, you can brick or just not draw into your starters or the cards you need. Unfortunately, I understand there are guys out there who want to try stick close to 40, but guys, listen, I truly believe you need to play more than 40. You shouldn't be afraid to play a higher deck count because it can improve the consistency and your ratios and the odds of you seeing the cards you need to see in your hand. But I still wanted to show this gameplay because it's testing. We are testing this build. So guys, this brings us to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next video. Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.